Hey, I'm live. Woo! I made it. I'm live. Oh yeah, a little bit more of that. I tried to rearrange the lights. They're still in my fucking face, so I'm sorry. You get the Marfa lights again. That's the way it goes. Hey y'all. Hey Patrick, good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, this is the OraCola, the last OraCola of March 2025. Oh my God. It's working. I know. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Oh my goodness. Hey, Apollo's coming over to say hi. Should I put him on? Let's see. Hey buddy, where you going? Come here. Check it out. Look, hey Bubba. People are watching you. He's like, yeah, I don't want no part of that shit. Whatever witchcraft you're up to, I don't want no part of it. So he's just gonna lay down and listen. Oh, poor buddy. He don't know what to think. Anytime I do this show, he don't ever know what to think. My glasses are dirty. I'm gonna wipe them off. And I'm wearing the glasses again because I don't know if this shit's gonna cut out. I still ain't had a successful full stream that I scheduled and got through. This has been months at this point. I think it's been at least 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah. And I'm a little froggy because of the allergies, but I'm persevering. It it seems normal now. Yet there's going to be some bullshit. I don't want to manifest that, and I don't want y'all to be manifesting that unless it's highly entertaining. In which case, I guess I'll adapt. But yeah, it's not what I choose. I don't choose to have difficulties with my stream. It's just something that's been going on. Just like I've been having a string of unfortunate circumstances in my personal life. And there's just things that I got to deal with. It's nothing terrible. It's just, really? Do I have to fucking deal with this shit right now? That kind of stuff, right? So, anyway, I appreciate y'all for being here. Patrick, you and whoever else is there in the chat. I appreciate it. If you're watching this later and you're interested in what I do, I'm live every Wednesday night, God's and man willing, at 9 Central here on youtube.com/channel RCCola. And I channel the universe and read the oracles for you. What oracles, you might ask? Well, I have a list in the description box down below. Below my like all caps screed about bullshit. Yeah, there's a list of the oracles. And how do you get a question answered? Well, it's easy. You got to log into your Google. You got to let the man know your info. That's the first step. And then type your question in all caps in the chat. In the chat. And if you're in the chat, make sure you choose the live chat at the top of the box, not the regular chat, because the live chat will include people from other countries and they might want to participate. Anyway, yeah, put your question for the universe in all caps in the chat, and I will spin the wheel of fortunes. Oh yes, I was gifted this by one of my regulars, and I'm still using it because it's a lot of fun. And I will spin the wheel. We will see if the universe has to say about your problem or your query or however you want to deal with it. Anyway, France is here. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry your computer's acting up. You might need to like watch it on your phone. Just like I had to stream on my phone on Instagram more than once. It was difficult, which is why I'm wearing the glasses, because I can't see shit with my contacts in unless I put on readers. And then why the fuck do I even put the contacts? It's stupid. Anyway, y'all know what I do. This is the family here in the house. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Before we get started with the oracles, I do need to do the ritual just to like get myself in the right space to do this show. And if you got your own ritual that you like to do, now is the time. And I don't care what that ritual is. You could have a ritual of smoking a cigarette or smoking a joint or drinking a drink or walking your dog or I don't know, waving your dick around. I don't care. It don't matter to me what your ritual is. Now is the time to do it. So, first thing I like to do is burn the sacred wood. I'm going to burn that wood till it's nice and hot on the tip. And we're going to let it smoke a bit and fill the air with its white smoke. It's white effluviant or whatever. I don't know. Whatever that shit is. All right, we're gonna do the smokity thing, and then we're gonna do the bell. We're gonna ring that bell, and then let the universe know we're here, and also chase away the negative things that might be flirting around because they don't like bells apparently. That's why at Christmas you got to do the bell thing. You know, it's a ritual. And then next we got our dual purpose wand. First up we got the beauty wand. This is for my attractiveness and my health also because apparently red light is good for everything. Like it's the latest facial roller. It's just red light. And I think there's something else that's going to be coming up pretty soon because this one has almost had its day. But we're gonna work it while we can. And then the next one is pathogen light. Remember, we got to always worry about the pathogens. They've calmed down on the bird flu a little bit, but they're all having of the measles still. So whatever it is, there's some pathogen out there. We're going to wave it away. And then next, we got our Prospera spray. And we are going to provide for ourselves in the most abundantly useful to us at the moment way. Think about what I just said. Okay. And then finally, last but not least, we got to anoint the chakras. Make sure all the energy centers is nice and lubricated all the way up and down. And yeah, we're good to go. I'm going to scroll this thing back over. All right, looks like we got Taylor. Hey, Taylor, good to see you. I have a feeling you'd be ridiculously popular on TikTok. Yeah, you know, I probably might be, but it's a big old ocean, and there's a lot of goddamn fish. And I don't think my fish is particularly tasty. I don't know. I feel like it's a very acquired taste. Who knows? Maybe I just been sleeping on the TikTok. I just don't want to give China my info directly. You know what I mean? I want to be hoodwinked into giving my info to China. And if you get on the TikTok, you're automatically giving all your shit to China. And I'm not saying that the Chinese don't deserve to know my talent because I do think they do, but I think they're not going to be using it for entertainment. I think they're going to be using my face and my likeness and my voice, even if it's a little bit crickly from the allergies, to program their AI, which is going to go up against our AI. And there's going to be some kaiju action in the Pacific in 300 years when both the empires are fallen. And it's just going to be a terrible thing. And I had contributed to it, and it would not help my karma. So, yeah. That was my thinking on that. But yeah, I might should look into TikTok. All right, looks like we got a question. Let's get this show going. It's 9:10, almost 9:11. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We'll never get them files. Just like we'll never get any of the other files. Woo! Even though we supposedly got the files. I already ranted about this shows ago. It might be on Instagram. You might have to look for it there. Okay. Were the pyramids a power plant? I don't know. Here's the newest gossip about the pyramids, in case you ain't aware. Oh, digital miner. That's good. I'll just catch y'all up real fast. Yeah. So supposedly some person came out with some steady lidar-ish kind of like radar ground steady, and they're like, oh, there's all these pillars under the one of the pyramids, not all just one of the pyramids, right? And then some other people have come out and been like, you know what? I don't know if that's true because there's a water table under the pyramids and it's kind of floody under there. And there would not be them things. And it might be a fake false flag, red flag kind of distraction. I don't know personally. Here's the thing here's what I think about Egypt. Here's what I think about. I think about going to Egypt just like as a bucket list thing. And I look for like, you know, tips on how to get there. And then I look up people who go there and have a bad time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. And including that journalist that got raped in the middle of the gang. Like all of that shit happened in Egypt. And then I'm like, maybe I don't need to see them pyramids. Maybe it's not that important to me. It would be cool, but it might not be safe. And I ain't just saying this as some like sheltered white lady. I'm just saying there's proof. Anyway, I don't know. Let's see what the digital diviner has to say. Pyramids. Ask again. Okay, think hard. Think harder. Like concentrate on the shafts if you want the shafts to exist. You ready? Ask. I love it when the universe is like playing with us. Here we go. Why not? Okay, that was the most ambiguous answer you could possibly get. Ask again, why not? So who knows what the pyramids got going on underneath? I say we will never know, just like we will never know who killed JFK definitively. We will never know who Epstein had on his list, like his island list, definitively. We will never know these answers. We are not meant to know them. We're only meant to speculate about them, which is why the man keeps the rumor going. If you didn't give a shit, it would be long gone. Think about all the conspiracies that have happened that are really horrible, just like the ones we're focused on, but nobody talks about it. There are many from every country in the world who has been a conqueror, which is pretty much all of them at some point in history. There's some scandalous shit that we have done to somebody else. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, all right. We got Taylor, Patrick, Amanda, France. Okay, well, we got a small group here in the house, which means y'all got to step it up because we got about 45 more minutes left in the show, and I only got a few tea leaves. I don't know if I can sustain this whole trip for 45 minutes on my own unless y'all kind of like ping pong with me. So put some questions in the chat. Remember, put them in all caps. And if some like newbie wanders in and don't like get that, let them know because I might not see it. All right, Amanda's got a question. Thank you for playing along. Would my new friend make a good roommate? Okay, well, here's my personal decision about that. No. If you want to keep somebody as a friend, you should never keep them as a roommate or even try to rope them into that kind of situation. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to work out. Now, there's the unicorn There's that mythical unicorn you heard about, so and so's friend who was so and so's friend who was so and so's cousin, and they had a roommate who was their best friend, and it worked out fine, right? Well, hate to break it to you, probably they was involved sexually and just in the closet, or it probably wasn't all that rosy, and that's just how they managed to keep everybody off their back. Usually, when you get involved with a friend, don't work out. Everybody's got their trauma. It's bad news. But let's see what the universe has to say for you. Whenever we do this one oracle, the pornicle, we have some others too, but we got to get the random number generator. Oh, no, no, no. Got to go to the right app. Got to get the right app. Random number generator coming in the house. So there's 755 pages in the portico. Which one for your roommate? Woo! 685. Page 685 in the portico. So this might give you a vibe of what to expect if you choose to accept this person as a roommate. 685. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, it kind of looks like it's not going to be worth a damn. Look, there's this is some interesting porn. We have not had something this symbolic in a while, I don't think. It looks like somebody who is fucking a chicken. Is that a chicken? And it looks like they're by a wheel, like maybe a mill. So they're like a mill worker, and there's some chickens wandering around, maybe a rooster, and they're fucking the chicken. And what is this business on the side? Oh, there's more chickens. They're running away. Them other chickens is running away. So here's my interpretation of this porn. Yeah, you don't want to be messing with that. Do not ever try to room with someone you want to keep as a friend, because it ain't ever going to work out in your favor. In fact, you might get fucked. Run away. Run away. Run away. Turn away. Run away. Turn away. Run away. Do, 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 do. Yeah, there you go. There's my answer. Sorry. I mean, it could be financially feasible in the moment, but it's never good to give up your financial security for your mental security. And I feel like you need to prioritize mental security above all else. And in pretty much everybody's estimation, if you want to keep a friend, you should not live with them. Good luck. All right. Let's see. Anybody else got a question? Nope, nobody else. It's 9:19, y'all. 9:19. It's 9:19. It's time to put a question in the chart. Yeah. The universe has a sense of humor. In case y'all are thinking, oh, the pornicle is a weird one for the roommate. No, because if you're living with someone, chances are pretty high that they are a sexual being just like you are. And they will have sexual urges and sexual encounters and sexual things that you will have to deal with. And they may make you uncomfortable, but it's just the way it's going to go. Like, you cannot deny the sexuality of your partner, roommate, whoever. You got to just like work with it. So, yeah, something to consider. Most people are like, yeah, can you pay the rent? Yeah, that's important, but can you handle it if your roommate is like involved with prostitutes and having them come over at all hours of the day to satisfy their needs? Is that something on the car? Like, you got to think about it. Those are important things. Hey, Lava, good to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. I'm so sorry the last few weeks have been such a shit show, but supposedly we're still streaming. So fingers crossed we'll make it to the end. And yeah, here's the thing. I'm on the Instagram and the Facebook and the X. I'm public. So even if you ain't involved in them platforms, it's probably very likely. And I'm just saying this for anybody who's watching this in the future or whatever. It's probably very likely that you can actually watch the things that I've streamed on them channels and it's going to be fine because I'm public. And you don't have to join the shit. You could just watch it. Just find a browser and bring up my thing at RC OraCola or RC Cola, ARCIECOLA. Don't be fooled by all them Filipinos. There's a bunch of them. But you can see my face and you will know it's me. So yeah, you can look me up and watch them all shows. Just saying. Prance has a question. Thank you, Prance. I recently acquired my first spirit board. Ooh, congratulations. Will I be okay using it alone? I have friends who visit me without it. Okay. All right. That one's a difficult one. Hey, good to see you. I'll get to yours next. All right. Here we go. Ooh, OraCola's choice. Spirit board. Spirit board. Spirit board. All right, we're going to do a tarot. I just feel like it's been a while since we've done one. And we're going to pull a card and you're going to have to get within and figure it out. Because I can't answer this question. Obviously, you have doubts about it, but also curiosity. So there's something for you to explore. Here we go. Ooh, strength. Okay, well, here's the deal. If you do decide to go down this path, you need to take all the precautions. And you need to not be surprised if there's some kind of negative entity that decides to attach that you got to get rid of through some horrible means. I'm just saying, you fuck with the spirit board, you get the spirits. And if you're trying to get in touch with people who are already in touch with you, well, why don't you ask them before you get involved with the spirit board if the spirit board is a way they want to get in touch? It might be one of the consensual things. Consent is everything. So, do they consent to the spirit board? Ask them first. If they do, that might be a good way to get involved. But if they don't consent and you're just trying to wake them up, damn, bitch, can you imagine if you're in the spirit world and someone's trying to wake you up with some annoying bullshit that Hasbro put out? Oh my God. I would be pissed. I would fuck with them just because. So yeah, I would get the consent. Okay. Goog, here's your question. Guidance for my new role at work. Okay, let's do it. New role at work. Oh, shit. God, I was already getting ahead of myself. I was thinking it was going to be a revelation because that's what it's been for a while. Okay, Crystal. Here's what you should bring with you to your new position. Maybe keep it on your desk. Maybe keep it in your pocket. Hell, I don't know. Keep it in your favorite bathroom stall. Because if there's some kind of rock in there and nobody knows what it's about, chances are they're going to leave it. And if someone takes it, then you got a mystery they got to solve. Who's the weirdo that took the rock out of the toilet? I know if I saw a rock in the toilet, I ain't taking that shit. There's some things that are there for a reason. So, yeah. There we go. Oh, we got two rocks. We got amethyst and clear quartz. Oh, these are easy. Basically, the two most basic rocks in the world. The two most basic bitch rocks in the world to have: clear quartz and amethyst. Trust your intuition and get crystal clear. And you can just like swap them mottos as much as you want all day, every day. Um, yeah, just be realistic. You got a new part at the job. You got some new people to deal with, possibly. I don't know what the deal is, but just like go with the flow. Keep the vibrate higher. Just like my phone just vibrated off the table. Vibrate higher, and then just try to like suss it out before you try to like be one of the ones that sticks out. Sometimes you can be the rebel in the group, but you gotta like give it a good 2-3 months before you assume that role. You gotta like get some allies on your side. You gotta suss out the department. You gotta see, okay, who's the ones that I can manipulate? Who's the ones that I can bribe? Like, what's the deal? This is what you got to figure out. So, anyway, good luck with your new role. I hope it works out good for you. And you can always keep one in one pocket and one in the other, or on your desk, or however, on the toilet tank. I don't care. You decide. Everybody's saying parents do not do the spirit board. I mean, honestly, here's my thing. If you want to invite the spirits into your life, do it. Give it a try. Why not? Why the fuck not? Just like if you want to do crime, sure, why not? Do it. Do the crime. I am not here to tell you what to do in this incarnation. I'm the last person to tell you how to live through this experience on planet Earth in this corporeal form. This is not my job to tell you what to do. And this is where I think a lot of people get hung up. And this is something that I've had to come to later in life, right? I used to be able to tell people what to do all day, every day, because I felt like I needed to control my environment, right? Right now, I'm more of the opinion that it ain't my business what you're up to. As long as you're not directly harming me, I'm just going to hang out and do my thing. And yeah, I think more people will be served by this philosophy. However, we ain't always got the same level of spiritual attunement. So, whatever. I'm just telling y'all, I don't give a fuck what you do in your daily life, what you're up to. I won't like it if I hear that you're doing something horrible, like raping goats or something, or raping, God forbid, children. I would not like to hear this, but I'm not going to like stop you from doing it because it ain't in my control. You're working on your own karma. I'm working on my own karma. It's all an intersection. It's all an intersection. It's not to say that if I found out, I wouldn't tattle. I'd have to deal that. I'd have to like go within myself, figure out the pros and the cons. Depends on how many people who could kill me. This is the thing. Like, a lot of people don't say shit about shit because they've been threatened. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Oh, it's 9:30. We have about half a more hour to the end of the show. If y'all don't have a question, I'm going to spill some tea. Okay. Which tea should we spill right now? We got some leaves. Which one should we spill? Oh, no. The one that everybody's talking about. Snow blight. Womp womp. I don't know if y'all are in the know. But there has been a little bit of a tizzy for a while. And I feel like part of it might be part of the marketing campaign. Like, they were trying to get people to hate it so much they would go hate see it. But It didn't work out as far as anyone can tell with the box office numbers. Disney's live action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which they took out kind of, did not do well at the box office. And it was predicted well ahead of time that it would not do well because of certain actions by certain cast members and also just certain decisions by the Disney Corporation in regards to how to retell this story for a modern audience, right? First of all, we didn't need to have the story retold. It was told just fine the first time. Thank you very much. And it was much shorter according to all the evidence that I can find. Second of all, yeah, why? It don't matter. It don't fucking matter. This is ridiculous to put in our faces as a fairy tale in this day and age. We are a modern audience. We need modern fairy tales, which means we need people who are intelligent enough to imagine a fairy tale to think it into existence. Now, I know Disney ripped off the Grimm brothers, who had been writing shit for hundreds of years before. I get it, right? I'm not saying that this writer needs to be contemporary. I'm just saying we need to mine some old ass writer that's different than the one we always been mining. There's lots of old ass writers with fairy tales and horrible tales and tales that you can modify that are in the public domain that they can mine, like the dwarves, for new material. And they didn't do that shit. Whatever. They created this thing. It didn't work out. And here's the thing that I want to say about it, because I know everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about that shit. And what I'm going to say is a little bit different than what they're all saying. So mark the calendar in case somebody decides to steal it later for their stand-up comedy. Disney did not need to do this, of course, but they did it anyway. The environment that they tried to do it, they got it going, they started it, they started filming, they got almost to the filming, was conducive to what their market research had told them was going to be successful. But here's the thing. People change. People are fickle. Climates change. Cultures change. They flip on a dime sometimes. And the zeitgeist suddenly, instead of being orange, is purple. What the fuck are you going to do with this giant movie after that happens? Well, you try to fix it, but it didn't work. So I think Disney was just caught in one of them situations where they had something in development. They was reading the winds. You know, I read the winds when I'm looking on my social media, like a lot of people don't. I try to cultivate different social medias. So like I know which way the wind's blowing, and it don't matter if it smells like farts or flowers. Like I know the winds. But yeah, when Disney was, basing their decisions on the winds, and the winds did not deliver the pollen they needed to grow their business. So yeah, I don't know if you give a shit about this, but it's indicative of what a lot of big business has been up to in the past, 10, 15 years when they've been trying this whole like, what are people thinking? And when they say, what are people thinking? Remember, the people who are picking the people to do them surveys have biases. This is not some representative sample of the actual population. No, this is a representative sample of the people who you hired to do the sample. And yeah, it don't work. It don't work. It never works out. I don't know how long the man wants to keep beating his dick against this wall, but it's not ever going to work out. Art by committee, art by consensus ain't art. No. Anyway, that's my unique-ish take on the whole thing. You can watch multiple takes on it from every kind of Yahoo, from every kind of situation on the internet, left, right, in between, up, down, like coochie around, like it all is there. I'm just saying Disney sat on it too long. This is my take. They was on track. They just hesitated too long because Peter Dinklage got him in a fury. Like I don't know what kind of blackmail he's got on the head, but whatever. Yeah, that was what derailed the whole thing. If they had just shot the whole thing, even with the new script, with the actual dwarves and the, you know what, it might have been okay. Just okay. I wouldn't say it would be great, and it might have been okay, but whatever. Yeah, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. And here's the thing about Disney. Disney has a whole lot of different ways that they can suck the money and suck the energy out of you because it is a tentacle of the man that is very insidious. It taps into your childlike wonder and it wants you to believe that miracles can happen. And when you look out into the world and you see that the miracles are far and few between and only usually afforded to the rich assholes that you hate, you can't get into Disney no more. I think Disney might have lived itself out. Anyway, that's my tea on that. Did any of y'all see it? I certainly didn't because this is my unemployment time when I cannot afford to do things. Although I did get a job, part-time job, not full-time, not with benefits, but I did find some work and I will be doing some work, hopefully enough to pay my rent. This is what I'm at. This is where I'm at, y'all. I'm like critiquing Disney, who's got billions of dollars and can afford to lose like $500 million in some bullshit remake where they're money laundering for who knows how many foreign entities. Everybody's got stock in Disney. But yeah, I did find a job, so I can't be too complaining. Nobody's gonna see it. You feel that way about Wicked. I never even saw Wicked, the first Wicked. I never read the book. I just have a vague memory of Snow White from childhood. And it was, whatever it was what it was. I always preferred the actual fairy tales to the Disney-fied versions because actual fairy tales are more realistic. Like, yeah, you might get kidnapped and eaten alive, or you might like get kidnapped and have your tongue cut out, or you might be kidnapped and just like raped to oblivion, although it's told as like some secret thing. Like, there's so many reasons why you wouldn't want to go out of your house if you was reading fairy tales all day. I get why Disney like tamed it down. All right, it's 9:39, y'all. We got 20-ish more minutes left in the show. If you got a question for the universe, put it in all caps in the chat. Don't be shy if you're just a looky-loo. Get in the chat. You got to log into the Google to do that. If not, well, that's fine. You can just watch it and hope that maybe you'll get something out of it. The original Snow White was boring as hell. Yeah, it was just kind of like a silly, like, pantomime. It was kind of like a ballet, if you think about it. Most ballet is boring as hell, if you think about it, because it's just people doing, like, weird sign language and then a few dance steps, and then they bring some more people on and do some weird sign language and a few dance steps, and then they like bring some more people on. Like, modern dance is way more interesting if you're looking for artistic expression. I ain't saying ballet is bad. I'm just saying all them people ruin their bodies for what? For what? Nobody goes to see that shit. Mm. Elon and all his baby mamas is the current version of Beauty and the Beast. I'm trying to remember Beauty and the Beast. I thought that was part of a French thing. Can't remember the name. Bluebeard, is that it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is Elon Musk a Satanist? Well, probably. He's at the higher echelons of all of the bullshit, but we'll see. Mm. All right. Elon Musk, Satanist, got a crystal. No, was it a crystal? No, it was a witch. It's a witch. How appropriate. Um, Here's the thing about Satanists. It really depends on how you consider what a Satanist is. And there's a lot of different definitions about Satanists out there in the world and in the zeitgeist. The consensus from most of the people I follow is that everybody who is above like a certain amount of money in income is probably a Satanist because you can't make money unless you worship the devil in some form or another. And it could be that you've been deceived into worshiping the devil, but chances are you at least took the oath. All right, here we go. Elon Musk and the devil, do they have a reaction to each other? Ooh, what do we got? Nut. I don't even know who this is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Nut. Nut. What's Nut gotta say? Nut. Yeah, it's pronounced nut. Okay, so maybe when it comes to her dream of motherhood, Nut doesn't let even the ruler of the gods hold her back. She has no problem asking for support to get what she wants. Nut is a reminder to be open with help when it's offered and to be strong enough to ask for it when needed. So Nut is Egyptian, part of the creation story. Um, she, the sky, mates with Geb, the earth, and gives birth to some of the most famous gods and gods. So she's the ultimate mother figure. Yeah. So here's the deal. Elon Musk worships the mother, ultimate mother, who may or may not be Satan, because we have been indoctrinated to believe that any of the old religion that resonates is probably demonic. I ain't saying that there ain't demons involved in some of that shit, but I'm saying that you can't trust what the man has been telling you for the last 3,000, 6,000 years about what's happened way before. And we were talking about it earlier. Egypt might be way older than we think, and it may have more significance than we think. And Nut might have more significance than you think. So yeah, if Elon Musk is a Satanist, maybe, but maybe he's just worshiping Nut. And if that means he's, worshiping Nut, well, it's his prerogative to worship Nut. I mean, like I said earlier, I don't have no control over these billionaires. I just get to live my life day to day, hope that I can wake up in the morning, feed my dog, walk my dog, do my shit, pay my bills, and that's the best I can hope for. Just stating the obvious. Uh, did you see the video of him balancing? Yeah, I saw it. Whatever. They had somebody watching that on video. So I don't believe that was a spontaneous thing. It could have been a staged thing. Could have been AI. Y'all, AI. AI is coming for all of our reality. You realize this. AI is coming for all the reality. Crazy. Hey, yeah. 9:46. Who else got a question? Anybody? 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 If not, well, that's okay. I'll just like do a little dance, do a little sigh, channel tonight, channel tonight, do a little dance, do a little sigh, channel tonight, woo, channel tonight, ooh, do 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 do. By the way, if you ain't liked the show, just click the like button. You're already watching it. Just click it. Just click it. Just click that button. Just click it. And then also, if you think about it, send a link to your friends because I do this every Wednesday. Man willing. And we've been good. Like, we got 47 minutes through the show. We have not had any trouble. And I hope I'm not jinxing us, but seriously, this is kind of momentous. This has been the first time in weeks we have not had a difficult problem with the show. So I'm just saying, count your blessings. France, will Pete Hegseth step down? Oh, God, I don't even care. Here's the thing. None of them people that got appointed ain't compromised. You know what I mean? Like, they're all compromised in some way. They have all gotten their, like, notice, their visitation from the men in black. They've all gotten their marching orders. They're all doing what they got to do. But I don't know. It don't matter ultimately. The agenda is going to be done. What really matters is the front man selling it to you. And if he ain't selling it to you, they might have to boot him. But we'll see. Let's go to random number generator. We got 22 chapters. Oh, God. Come on. So we got 22 chapters in the book of Revelation. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. All right. We're almost there. There's 21 verses in chapter 9. 21, 13. Chapter 9, verse 13 for the Hegseth. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from which the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God. Well, if he does, it's going to be a big deal. There's going to be some stink about it. There's going to be some kind of reckoning. It's going to be loud. It's going to be noisy. It might not be to your liking. I'm just saying, there is going to be some fanfare around this shit, whether he steps down or not. And I don't know what it means because honestly, like I said, they're all compromised. But whatever. Sorry, I'm looking for a tissue because my poor eyes weeping. Weeping. Okay. Anyway, it's all good. Maybe he's just the white devil. Could be. It's possible. I don't count anything out when it comes to white people. They're very bad and good at a lot of things. And a lot of times, the bad and the good is intermingled in a way that is difficult to ascertain if it's good or bad. Oh, okay. I don't think I got anybody else got a question. We got time for another question if you want to put it in the chat. Throw it in there. Throw it in there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sip some more tea. Y'all know I hate to let the air go stale. So here we go. Tesla. Okay, so this, I don't know if this is a CIA psyop or what, but it's been entertaining. People vandalizing Tesla vehicles, specifically Cybertrucks, but I'm sure there's other Tesla vehicles getting vandalized. First of all, why would we care about this? Honestly, if this is a CIA subplot that they've like done think tanks to get to, like, why would they think it matters that much? I know that they're trying to paint Tesla and Elon and all them people that in that one particular area as the devil incarnate supreme de jure. But it's just, I don't know. BlackRock has way more stakes in the game, to be honest. And it just, I feel like they're taking advantage of this poor little autistic man who is the figurehead of several companies and might have some intelligence, but mostly he's just a PR person. You know, he's just a PR dude. He's got some tism and he likes to be in front of the crowd. That's a rare combination. You know, you got to like inspire all the tism people coming up that they too could be like media celebrities. This is how they get you. This is how the men get you. But y'all, look, the whole like psyop of people damaging Teslas. Sure, there's a few, I'm sure, but mostly, it ain't happening, y'all. I've seen Teslas driving down the street all day, every day. I don't see nothing going on except fingerprints marring the side of the Cybertruck. Like I literally rode by a Cybertruck today, and I could not tell if the fingerprints was actually eroding the paint finish or if they was just like reflecting off the sun in a way that made it apparent that someone's been going in and out of that passenger seat. Like I don't even care. Don't even care. Yeah, it sucks. Your car gets keyed. Well, you know, I'm sure somebody will pay for it. You got insurance. You probably didn't buy that with cash. And if you did, well, you should have comprehensive coverage anyway because you can afford it. I don't know. I just think that it's silly that vandalizing a commercial product is the best you can come up with to protest the current administration. I feel like people on the left are way more artistic and they got way better ideas. We should not let the CIA take over the protest movement like they've been taking it over for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-ish years. No, we got our own smarts. We can do it ourselves. So instead of like keying the Teslas, I don't know, why not throw some dog poop on the windshield wipers and just kind of smear it discreetly? And then, you know, whenever the windshield wipers come on, it smears the dog poop on. That ain't damaging the car. It's just annoying and gets your point across. Now, keep in mind, all the Teslas, like the cameras, you got to like disguise yourself, right? You got to be the dog poop ninja if you're going to do this shit. But there's way better ways to get your point across. Because keying it is just like, oh God, it got keyed. I got to like send it off to Pedro, who I got to pay to fix it. That's taking it out of your hands. When you actually got to like clean it off yourself because it stinks so bad, well, guess what? you're involved. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think the Tesla weirdness is going to be a footnote in history that most people will forget about, just like they forget about everything because the news cycle goes so fast. But yeah, it's strange to me that vandalism suddenly cheap. I was always told vandalism was the worst. Vandalism was the worst. People who vandalize are decrepit, horrible, awful people. They're just the worst. And now suddenly everybody can be a vandal. I'm just going to say this up front. If you're going to be as bold as to vandalize a Tesla or any car that's got some kind of like, cachet with social credit and it's got video cameras where it can like put you on the internet, if you're going to do it, make it artistic. Make it a symbol, not just the swastika. That's too easy. Like, go out your way. Make a mandala. Spend some time with it. Carve a little flower. Do something fun with it. There's a lot of ways you can protest that's also beautiful. So I would say beautify your protest and also look into other vehicles that might be, possibly perpetuated by people who have done awful things in the past. And perhaps, spread your eye there. Because trust me, there are no vehicle makers who are free of blood. They all got blood on their hands. This is the way it goes. You want to drive a car, even if it's electric, you got blood on your hands. It's the truth. I'm just saying. Fuck you made it. Hey, fuck you. I'm glad you made it. Look, we got through a whole show almost without any interruptions, which means I have faith in my internet, which means next week I'll probably put my contacts in and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, good to see you. And then the next step is to plug your mic back in and see what's up with that because there were some problems. But yeah, welcome to the show. I'm glad you made it. Looks like we got another question. Was that naked, raging chick at the Dallas airport today possessed? Well, obviously she was, because nobody does that shit on purpose. Not even an influencer. Oh my God, a pornicle. Okay, well, I mean, people don't do that shit on purpose. I'm just saying. They're disturbed, and when they're disturbed, they're possessed. Page 281 in the pornicle. Oh my goodness. Page 281 for the naked chick in the Dallas airport. Okay, here we go. Overshot it a little bit. Yeah, she was possessed. She was possessed by the need to be punished for what she had done. Like she needed to be taken in. Some people have their fantasy. Their fantasy is to be like arrested, taken in, subdued, whatever. That was her fantasy. So yeah, it was her thing. She needed that to happen. And the only way that she could get it to happen was to go to the fucking airport, which is one of them places where you can't do shit. Like you do some like minor thing at the airport, it's a felony. So she went to the airport where she knew she could just like go wild and then took off her clothes and just was like, flashing her titties and her ass. At least she wasn't like fat and ugly. I will say this. I appreciate the fact that she was at least attractive. And it could have been a CIA operative. Here's the thing. You can never discount it. Anytime there's any news, you cannot discount the fact that it might be intelligence propaganda. But I'm just saying. She wanted the attention. She wanted the punishment. She's one of them people. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck you. You hate missing it live. Well, guess what? You can always watch the show later and see what you missed in the beginning. And I bet you will enjoy it pretty much just as much because I'm just as funny whether you watch me live or not. Promise. Okay. Well, guess what? We have a lotto ticket. We're going to scratch it off and see if I won. If you have any kind of goodwill that you can send my way, this would be the moment to do it. Oh God, there it is. There's my coin. Get my coin. Okay, so pray for sevens. Y'all ready? Sevens. And there were no sevens. That's okay. We got to spend time with each other. And that's why we do this every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock here on youtube.com/channel RCCola. Remember, tell your friends about it. If you ain't got no friends, that's okay. Put it in your social media or send it to your congressperson. I don't care. Like the show, subscribe to the channel if you ain't. Leave a comment in the actual show. There's all kind of ways. Watch an old show. Totally a lot of ways you can support me. I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all next time. And I'm so fucking happy this show came off without a hitch. First time in weeks. Fucking miracle. I love y'all. Bye.